What's up, everybody? This is Nick Servideo, and you're watching another episode of Skooled. Today I want to talk about Gladiator dogs. Most of these breeds aren't even known to the majority of people today. That's because they were never bred for show, and thank God for that. Don't get me wrong, dogs bred for show can be great companions, but they've only been bred to look good, be a certain height, be a specific color. But Gladiator breeds, from the Alibi to the Gull Terrier to the Band Dog, are selectively bred for health, athleticism, drive, bravery, strength, for tasks from fighting bulls, bears, and even puma to herding cattle and personal protection. And I personally wouldn't know anything else. Some of the earliest mentions of Gladiator dog breeds were of the Elant. They were bred by the Alani tribes of Central Asia, an Indo-European people of the Iran, Afghanistan area, known as great nomadic warriors that bred superb horses as well as gladiator dogs. In fact, there are two breeds today that still bear its name, the British Elant and the Alano Español of Spain, which as far as I know is the only dog breed still bred for fighting bulls. And I know it may seem cruel, but it's Spain where they still spear bulls to death in the street. It didn't take long for the Romans to recognize the potential of these dog breeds, and they soon bred their own version of the Elant known as the Roman Molosser. They were monstrous dogs that the Romans not only used in the Colosseum to fight animals like bulls, lions, bears, etc., they also used them in the Roman military. They would lightly armor them, and they would ride alongside Roman cavalry into battle. Well, after Rome fell and its vast empire was carved up into smaller kingdoms by the Germanic barbarians, these Germanic tribes all selectively bred their own versions of the Roman Molosser. Of all the dog breeds today, the one that seems to resemble all the ancient Roman mosaics and sculptures of the Molosser is the Cane Corso. I actually own a female myself from Ravalli bloodlines. A lot of people in America pronounce it Cane Corso, but it's Cane. Cane means dog in Italian. Others that strongly resemble the Roman Molosser are the Dogo Sardo, the Alano Español, and in my opinion, the scariest breed in existence, the Presa Canario, also known as the Canary dog. They're from the Canary Islands off the west coast of Africa, but they're owned by Spain. Moving forward, the father breed of the very popular, yet very controversial Pit Bull, as well as some other breeds, is the Old English Bulldog. This breed originated on the English countryside. The Old English Bulldog actually resembled the American Bulldog of today rather than the English Bulldog. Somewhere along the way, English farmers discovered, or at least they claimed, that if they let their dogs harass the bull, basically fight it right before it was slaughtered, that the meat was better. So the farmers started making a competition out of it, bragging about whose dogs can handle the bulls the best. It became a spectacle. People would come and watch the bulldogs fight the bulls, and that's how we got the English Bulldog of today. Eventually, bull baiting, as it was called, was outlawed in England, and one of three things happened to the remaining English Bulldogs. Either one, they started breeding them strictly for companionship and show, and unfortunately lost a lot of the qualities that made them such great dogs to begin with, also bred down in size, and that's how we get the English Bulldog of today. Or two, they immigrated to the American colonies with the colonists and remained closer to their original form since they were still used to combat other animals, not bulls, but they were still used to combat wild hog and American black bear, and in fact still do in the backwoods of some southern states. Hog dog trials really aren't that hard to find in the South, and there was even one discovered where they were still using a black bear. Or three, they were bred down in size by crossing them to various different breeds of terriers and had them fight in basements. And that's where we get the Pit Bull and Bull Terrier of today. That's why if you look in a dog book, the Pit Bull's in the Terrier section. Now ironically, about 40 years ago, a man named David Leavitt from back in Pennsylvania, my home state, started a breeding program to try to recreate the Old English Bulldog. He created a dog that's 50% English Bulldog, and the other 50% was divided up between the Bull Mastiff, the American Bulldog, and the Pit Bull Terrier. So despite how we may feel about the history of these dogs and what they were bred for, the end result are a group of dogs that will throw self-preservation out the window to defend their family. Like the famous Dogo Argentino Moracho, who attacked a puma that was chasing two young girls. When the parents arrived back at the scene, they found a dead puma, and lying just a couple feet away, what they thought was a dead Moracho. They ended up being able to save him, but he risked his life to save his family. So although the history of these dogs is controversial, we would never have domestic dogs today that would be willing to fight a puma to save our children. So if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is Nick Servideo. We'll see you soon.